All right, Darius Slayton, wide receiver for the New York Giants. First of all, how do you assess the season gone by, man?
Yeah, it wasn't a great year for us. You know, it was a rough one, but happens sometime, and obviously, plan to improve next year.
One of the big bright sparks in the year, though, Malik Neighbors. Talk to us about how good he's been.
He was great. I think he played as well as any rookie played this year in the NFL, and it's hard to do. It's a long season. I think he only missed one game, so he played basically a full year. And, I think he did a great job.
Did he ever surprise you? Were you surprised when he came into the building and saw just how talented that guy is?
Yeah, I think you hear stuff a lot about guys out of college, but you never really know. You never know until you get to play with the big boys. But I think, as soon as, practice started and you got a chance to see what he could do, you knew he was going to be a good player.
And what about for you? What does next year hold? Are you hoping to be back in New York?
Yeah, we'll see. Free agency hasn't started yet. I don't know, exactly how that's going to pan out. But, obviously I enjoyed my time in New York. I have a lot of respect for the people at the organization.
And then finally, a little bit of a would you rather. The Super Bowl is on the line. There's been some injury issues, so you're having to play out of position. Would you rather have to tackle Saquon Barkley in the open field or block Chris Jones one-on-one with the Super Bowl on the line?
First of all, we're probably losing if I have to do either of those things. But I have played with Saquon, and I'm probably going to try to block Chris Jones. And I'm just going to hold on and pray for dear life. But I don't think I'm probably not going to get a Saquon down the open field. So probably say block Chris Jones.
Will you be rooting for Saquon tomorrow?
For sure. I hope he does well. Obviously, I don't want the Eagles to do well. But, him individually, at this point, I know him. He's a personal friend. So, I hope he does well.
150-yard, 2-touchdown game in a loss. That's what we're looking for.
That would be beautiful.
So we got BTJ, Brian Thomas Jr., sensational rookie with the Jacksonville Jaguars, man. How do you assess that season?
Wait, what'd you say?
How do you assess your season, your performance?
Yeah. I feel like I did pretty well. Even though we didn't have the season that we wanted as a team, I feel like I was able to go out there and do pretty well. I was able to learn a lot from the older guys, and just learn a lot just being able to be out there, going out there and get reps. So I feel like I did pretty well. But me myself, I always want more.
Watching from the outside, you were sensational, by the way. Just to let you know, talk to us about the relationship with Trevor.
Me and Trevor have a great relationship, and our relationship is steady building, whether it's on the football field or off the football field. So I just feel like we have a great relationship, and we're just looking forward to continue building on it.
We had Tony Baselli on Radio Row this week and really kind of nailing down on what it looks like this organization is going to grow going forward. Sounds like Liam Cohen is going to be allowed to lead and be the real man. So I don't know how much you've watched, how exciting that offense was in Tampa Bay, but how excited are you to work with a guy who really throws some wild stuff into the offense?
I'm super excited just to be able to work with Coach Cohen. I'm just super excited, ready for the season.
Last one from me then. Look, the injuries have decimated your team. Super Bowl is on the line. Would you rather have to tackle Saquon Barkley in the open field or block Chris Jones one-on-one?
Definitely, probably. Gotta go with tackle Saquon in the open field. I would gotta go with that one.
You reckon you could chase him down?
I feel like that'll be my best chance, chase him down rather than blocking Chris Jones.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I want to ask you about the Walter Payton Man of the Year, multiple-time nominee in San Francisco and then nominated in your first year in Jacksonville. How special is that for you?
It's a huge honor to be, a nominee this many years. I take it with great pride. You're representing the organization, and there's a whole host of guys who try to do the right things and be examples for their community, and being honored alongside of them is great.
How do you assess the year that you guys had in Jacksonville and looking forward, how excited are you for a new regime?
Not the year that we wanted by any means. I think we were capable of a lot more, especially with the talent that we had. But I'm excited for a new regime, excited for things on the horizon.
And look, you faced this Chiefs offense a couple of times in the big game. How difficult is it with Andy Reid's play calling, with Patrick Mahomes, to read this offense and keep them quiet for a full 60?
It's definitely tough. I feel like they get better as the game goes on. Once Andy Reid and their their offense figure out kind of what you're doing. So it's definitely gonna be tough.
Congratulations again, Arik, and have a great night.
Thank you, appreciate you.
Surtain Sr with us on radio. First of all, your son nominated for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes.
How proud are you of that young man?
Oh man, it's an extremely surreal moment. Just a proud papa, because I've been there every step of the way from little league to high school to college, and now for him to have this type of success so early on in his career, man, it's just a testament to the kind of player and the kind of person he is.
obviously having yourself coach him, that gives him that leg up, that momentum. You still have the talent. Was there a moment where you saw in him that maybe you thought he could go on to be this special?
It happened kind of early, like 10, 11 years old. I saw him, just dominate the competition. Things just came easy to him. And then when he started growing into his body, I'm like, okay, he has a chance. And just being the number one corner in high school, coming out of high school, and then having the success he had at Alabama, winning Defensive Player of the Year, and going to Pro Bowl the first 3 years out of 4 in the NFL, man, that's a great start to a tremendous career.
Now, how do you root this weekend, considering you're a former Chief, but they're in your son's division? Like, where do you fall on wanting the Chiefs to win?
One thing I'm going to leave you with this. One thing I will never do is bet against Mahomes.
Love that.
Never do that.
I just have one would you rather quickly. If you're still playing, injuries have decimated your team, Super Bowl is on the line, you've either got to tackle Saquon in the open field or block Chris Jones for 1 down. Which are you doing to win that team the Super Bowl?
I'm going to tackle Saquon in the open field because that's my position. That's what I get paid to do. So I'm going to get Saquon down short of the first down.
You reckon you could have taken him down in your day?
Oh, absolutely. Come on now.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. One of the very best young corners in the game. The best young corner in the game, Christian Gonzalez, joining us now. How proud of you of this season, of being an All-Pro, of just what you achieved?
I mean, it was fun. Glad I got the recognition, but I got a lot of room to grow, and I feel like I ain't even scratched the surface. So we're in for a ride.
How impressed were you with your quarterback this year, with what Drake managed to achieve in the situation you guys were in?
Oh yeah, Drake came in and went to work. I mean, we all knew what he could do. Happy for him that he had that year, and best thing about him is he always wants to get better. So he's excited to get back to work for next year.
Does he test you in practice? Do you test him? Who's coming out on top in that matchup?
Yeah, I tell him to throw my way every day in practice. I always wanted to throw my way.
Love it. And look, do you back going forward this New England Patriots new regime going into next year that you can pick up from where you've been?
Yeah, we're gonna get it rolling.
Love it, man. Last one, and based on your position, I know what you're going to say, but it's our silly social media question we've been asking everyone. One play to win the Super Bowl. You've either got to tackle Saquon Barkley in the open field or block Chris Jones for 1 down. Which do you reckon you could achieve?
I'm going to have to attempt to tackle. I got to.
So we've got Kobie Turner with us, now a regular with us at the Super Bowl.
2 years in a row, huh?
Hey, we love having you on, but when you joined us last year, you weren't Goo.
Yeah, I wasn't, but here I am. Goo, Kobie, the conductor, whatever you want to call me, man.
How much did you enjoy getting through that whole experience, man?
It was a ton of fun to be able to be up under that costume, to just let everything out, and it was carrying a good amount of weight, but to be able to dance the way that I wanted to, just to be able to go out on that stage, to be able to sing with Mario, Boyz II Men, like it was insane. So it was a really cool experience.
Was the weight in that costume why Sean was so happy for you to do it? Was it like, well, it's technically weight training, right?
I mean, it was right after OTAs. They picked me in perfect shape to be able to do that. But yeah, no, they didn't know about it till the end, but once they figured out about it, they were super welcoming and they loved it.
I think I might have converted my wife to being a Rams fan because I showed her the video of you doing on the night of I think it was a Monday night football game, the dance from Wicked that you'd learned in the hotel room.
Yeah, it was actually, so we were here in New Orleans and they had just come up with the choreography. I think the movie was released like a week or two before. I was like, why not just do it just for fun? Sent it to my fiance, and she's like, you have to post this. And I'm like, I mean, if you say so, babe, like I'll follow wherever you're going. And it blew up. It really blew up. So that was a lot of fun. And we'll see what happens tonight too.
Oh, hello. Let's talk some football. 2 really exciting rookies coming into your line to play alongside you. How impressed have you been with those guys?
Yeah, those guys are incredible. I mean, the work that they put in on a consistent basis, the way that they've matured and just continue to up their production throughout the course of the season is incredible. So I'm looking forward to hopefully one of those guys being able to bring home that Defensive Rookie of the Year last year. That was so elusive for me.
I mean, you and Jared Verse meeting on the red carpet might be one of the highlights so far. It feels like it's a really fun room. Do you guys have fun?
We have a lot of fun, man, and it's a lot more fun because we're all peers. I mean, I'm 1 grade older than, or not 1 grade, 1 year in the league older than those guys. We have a young group, and we bring a lot of energy, so it's a lot of fun to be able to go out there to celebrate with those guys. Everybody has a unique celebration, and to just be able to share the field with those guys, man, it means a lot.
And obviously, you still need the veteran presence in the locker room. A lot of talk about what's going to happen with Matthew Stafford, whether he'll still be with the Rams. Are you hopeful that when you get back for OTAs that he's still your QB?
Definitely. I mean, 9 is my quarterback. If we go a different direction, then obviously we'll pivot. But at the end of the day, Matthew Stafford is my quarterback. I trust him. There's nobody else that I'd rather, go into one of those situations where you really need the quarterback to step up and lead a drive than Matthew Stafford. So obviously my opinion doesn't mean so much in the grand scheme of things. I'm sure they're going to work something out with him. I think he loves being a Ram, and the Rams definitely love having him, and we as a team, we rally behind him. So
I'll tell you, man, we saw Kurt Warner on Radio Row today, and he said he thinks you're in a Super Bowl window with your young defense, and he's like, I'm not letting Stafford go anywhere while we're in that window.
At all. I think we have a lot that we're going to be able to show. I mean, to have a defense that has played the way that we have over the course of the year and be the cheapest defense in the league, I mean, that's something within itself. So I think we're going to be able to put it all together, hopefully stay a little bit more healthy next year, and be able to put ourselves in positions to win the games that we need to do to get to the big one.
And very last one from me. Sorry, I've kept you a long, long time, Kobie. This has been good. Look, I'm not sure where you're going to go with this one. Normally defensive players I expect to go one way, but Super Bowl is on the line. One play. Do you back yourself to either tackle Saquon Barkley in the open field or block Chris Jones for a single down?
That's hard, man. I feel like, I play defense, so I have to go tackle Saquon Barkley, but in the open field, I don't know too much about that one. We might be losing that one.
You have to use some of your moves.
Right, yeah, I have to use all my agilities. But, yeah, I think I take that one over blocking Chris Jones for sure.
I reckon you're stout. You could get under those pads. I think you got a chance.
I have a chance, but his arms are so long and he has a technique. I'm just going to bury my head and he's going to quick swim me and it's going to be over. Matthew's going to be sacked and the game's going to be over.
Kobie, really appreciate your time. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The last time we spoke to Josh Metellus, we were in the winning locker room in London, talking Twins, talking Parent Trap, and you just took those celebrations and you went wild with them.
Yeah, that was just a warm-up. We were in London, time was right, and that set off a big chain of celebrations for the rest of the year, probably for the rest of my career, and Bynum's too.
Well, this is it. You've now got 8 months, or at least 3 or 4 months of OTAs. So come on, what's already on tape? What are you already checking out?
We didn't get to finish our last celebration of the year, so that one's still there. Can't tell you. It's Disney related. So we have one in the bank ready, and we got a couple more that we're throwing out there. Shout out to Friends, Ross and Monica Geller. That was one of my favorite parts of the whole series. So that might be a little warm up for that one, but we'll see. Go wherever the wind takes us.
Onto the football. How are you feeling about how the season played out?
I'm feeling pretty good now. I think it was a great year for our team, a great foundation. We did a lot of good things on all sides of the ball, and we built a good foundation to move forward next year and then go chase this thing.
When it comes to looking to next year, what do you think B-Flow is going to start throwing out there? How excited are you to just keep going with this defense and keep throwing those wrinkles that are throwing us all off every week?
Yeah, I think the possibilities are endless. We'll see what new players we bring into the building, what players we bring back. I think it's all about what we're able to do. He does a great job, putting us in the best position to make plays and have fun and be able to do celebrations. He loves those too. So I'm sure he'll probably get in the celebration next year.
And look, I've been asking everyone this, but I feel like because of your position, I know what your answer is going to be. You've got one play to win the Super Bowl. You've either got to tackle Saquon Barkley in the open field or block Chris Jones for a single down. Which do you back yourself to do?
Saquon. I'm not blocking Chris Jones. I'm going to embarrass myself. I get paid to tackle. I don't get paid to block.
Do you think there's any chance, just if you get a hand under the pad, just that one moment?
No, not at all. I don't think I have a chance. But that's just a big kudos to him because I think he's a hell of a player. So if he had me in front of him, he might as well just mark the sack down and call it a day because I won't be able to stop him.
Love it, Josh. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys.
Love that. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How are you?
Love that. Orlando Brown might be the happiest person on the whole of the red carpet. How are you doing, brother?
For sure, I'm doing great, man. I'm very thankful and appreciative to be here. I'm also hot. Man, I wish there was a few more fans out here, but, man, I'm very happy.
Look, tell me just what it's like blocking for Patrick Mahomes in a big game like this. Andy Reid calling those plays. It's got to be special.
Oh, man. I mean, anytime you get the opportunity to play in the Super Bowl is special. And blocking for a quarterback like Pat, man, I feel like it's somewhat made it easier, knowing, understanding expectation and kind of what it was going to take to play, man. But it's a great feeling suiting up for those guys.
How easy is it to trust that Andy Reid is just going to have the right play call at the right moment at all times?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I was just telling a group over there, man, it comes down to the X's and O's. And especially when you're playing in a Super Bowl, the effort's going to be there from both sides. That's only natural. But who schemes up who the best is most likely going to be the winner.
As a guy who's played with Pat, just how special is Joe Burrow in comparison?
Oh, I mean, one of the most incredible quarterbacks, man, I've ever been around. Just with his talent, his leadership ability, his skill set. I mean, truly, man, there's so many great things I can say about him. His mind, his mindset, mentality. I mean, he's amazing, man.
Do you guys believe T's going to be back in the building?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I think you've kind of been hearing all the things he's been saying, man. I would think there's a good chance.
Love it. Orlando, appreciate your time, man.
Thank you.
Oh, no, hold on. I've got one more question for you. Now, because you're a lineman, I know which way you're going to go, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Your one play to save the Super Bowl. You've either got to tackle Saquon Barkley in the open field or block Chris Jones one-on-one.
I'm gonna block Chris Jones one-on-one. Yeah. That's right. I'd rather do that. I have no experience of tackling anybody in the open field.
Rich Eisen joining us. Rich, first and foremost, we had Kurt on with us earlier today. Talked about his booth work in London, how much he loved it. How much do you enjoy getting that chance to do something totally different?
Love it. I absolutely love it. The Brits totally get the game. They totally understand the game. They totally understand what they are seeing. I love the atmosphere in Tottenham. Tottenham is an incredible stadium. It's one of the best stadiums I've been in around the world. So the fact that the NFL sends games across the pond, as we would say, is awesome, and I love doing it. Love London, love the city, love the energy of those games, love bringing it home to the States.
Love it. Well, not just that though. We've got Melbourne announced this week. We expect Dublin on the horizon as well. Like, how impressed, excited are you about all this international growth?
Very much. It is an international game. The league wants it to be known as such. I understand the rest of the world's football is the international game, but I love that the NFL is trying and is succeeding.
It's our football, sir. It's our football, don't you worry. Look, I've got to ask you a question. We've seen your athletic prowess doing the 40-yard dash, so we're asking all of the players here tonight, one play to win the Super Bowl. You've either got to tackle Saquon Barkley in the open field or block Chris Jones one-on-one for a single down. Which do you think you could do to win your team the Super Bowl?
Tackle Saquon Barkley in the open field. I'd have one shot at jumping at him and maybe hitting him. Chris Jones would steamroll my ass. But I do appreciate you using the word prowess when you talk about my athleticism. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rich. Really appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Andrew. We're here with Mark Wilf, owner of the Minnesota Vikings. First of all, how do you assess that season?
Well, the season was so thrilling. 14-3. I know we didn't get our ultimate goals, but Coach O'Connell and the entire organization has set up our team for success. We have a great foundation at all positions, so we're excited for the future, and we're disappointed how it ended up, but it was a very exciting season for us and our fans.
And of course, another successful trip to London, 4-0 in our nation's capital now.
We love all things about London and the UK. We love the fans. We love everything about going over there, and so look for us to hopefully go there soon. So we love the fans over there, and keep rooting for the Vikings.
Obviously, we've seen Melbourne announced this week. We're expecting Dublin on the horizon as well. Just how far do you think the international growth can go?
I think who knows where the limit goes, because the game is great. Fans from all over have proven that it's just exciting, engaging, and I think we're very supportive of the league expanding and continuing to double down on international play.
And just one final one on the Vikings, looking forward to next year in that tough division. It's only getting harder with Ben Johnson going to the Bears. How do you make sure that your team stays competitive and has a chance at winning it this year?
Well, first it starts at the top, and I think having Coach and Kwesi leading us and figuring out what we do next is going to be big. And I think we showed this past year we have the foundational talent to continue to compete. But no question it's a tough division. But we know iron forges iron, and I think whoever comes out of the division will be strong next year as well.
I'm trying to work out if I dare ask an NFL owner my silly social media question, but I think I should do it. Okay. One play to win the Super Bowl. You've either got to tackle Saquon Barkley in the open field or block Chris Jones one-on-one. Which one do you back yourself to do?
I don't know if I'd remember either of them. Those are some tough guys, great players, so devil's choice there. Can't really tell you.
That was the correct diplomatic answer. I'm glad you gave it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.